Hi, and welcome everyone to this presentation of Study in the West. We are joined with three admissions officers across three Western regions who are going to give you information about where their universities are and why you should study there. So we have Stacy Soderstrom from Central Washington University, Hope Noriega from University of Arizona, and Ying Ying from California State University, Northridge. Thank you so much, and I will pass it over to the team.
Yes, hi everyone. Thank you for joining this session. Um, I'll be starting the session with information on the University, or sorry, not on the University of Arizona, with information on studying in the Southwest. Let me go to that slide. Unfortunately, our representative from Central Washington is running a little late, so we're going to start with studying in the Southwest. So again, my name's Hope Noriega. I'm an international enrollment counselor. Really happy to talk about the Southwest with you guys. All right, so I'm going to start with sharing a little bit about major cities that you can find in the Southwest. I unfortunately didn't include a map for you guys to visually see where we are. Southwest usually would be the states like Nevada, Arizona, New Mexico, Utah, and Colorado. And that's a pretty big area, a lot of open land, as you can see in Albuquerque. So this is representing a really cool hot balloon festival. They have balloon festival. They have annually. And you can just see the beautiful landscape and all the open land there is. Phoenix is the capital of Arizona. Huge business industry, business and tech up and coming. It's not one of the bigger cities in the US like Los Angeles, like New York. However, I would say it is one of the bigger ones in the Southwest, along with Las Vegas, one of the most popular ones. Las Vegas, I mean, everyone knows Las Vegas, a huge tourism hub, whether it's casinos, nightlife. There's a lot of other stuff around the city to do outdoors wise. And then Denver, of course, can't forget Denver. It's the capital of Colorado. All these cities, I want to say, really embrace a really huge outdoors culture. So, like I said, there is a lot of open land around these cities. So outdoors life is really big in the Southwest. Biking, hiking, rock climbing, mountain biking, all that stuff. So there's something for everyone here in the Southwest. Part of the reasons outdoors culture is so big in the Southwest is because of the great weather. So we have an average winter temperature between 18 and 24 degrees Celsius. And that is winter, of course. Summers do get hot. However, personally, I do prefer the sun, the summer weather rather than winter, cold, snowy weather. However, I do want to mention that there's really a lot of different elevations in the Southwest. So higher elevations where you would see like Colorado Springs, Denver, places in Utah, and even Flagstaff, Arizona, they do get a lot of snowfall in the winter. Even in Tucson, maybe on the surface level, we don't get that much snow. However, you can see snow in the mountains. So even if you go to Tucson for school, you can drive up the mountain and still have a winter wonderland. You can still go skiing. Flagstaff, a lot of places in Colorado have a lot of snow. Very big ski culture there, snowboard culture. Minimal rainfall mostly in the summer. So we do get a lot of rain in the summer. That's why we say minimal, because it's mostly seasonal. So that really helps with the green scenery that you can see in the desert area. And we are some of the sunniest cities in the U.S. with average 300 days of clear skies a year. I did mention a lot of the outdoors culture. We have in the Southwest over 25 national parks. So in the US, there are about 50, a little over 50 national parks. Obviously, there's smaller national park sites, but with the title national parks, there's quite a bit in the Southwest. Arizona itself has three, one of which is the Grand Canyon. And honestly, Southwest, if you ask me, and many other people, they'll tell you they have the most beautiful sunsets, and that really contributes to not as much air pollution, because the Southwest doesn't have that big of a population like other major cities or major regions in the country, because the weather's so great. And like, so there's no air pollution or light pollution. A lot of us, Tucson itself is included. A lot of other cities in the Southwest are named international dark sky cities because you are able to see beautiful stars. In the Southwest, there's numerous planetariums, observatories. Pluto was discovered in Flagstaff, Arizona. I think that's pretty cool. But being not so big, having not so much population, having clear skies really contributes to that fact that you can really see the stars a lot, and the space industry is really big out here. So higher ed options. I only mentioned a few here, but there are really big universities in the Southwest. So University of Arizona, which is mine, University of Nevada, Las Vegas, and then UNM, University of New Mexico, really big universities. Others I failed to mention, Arizona State University, of course, Northern Arizona University in Flagstaff, University of Colorado, and then all their different campuses. Brigham Young University in Utah, very big as well. And they are very research based. Community and technical college, we have many also in the region. If you wanted to start 2 years at a community college and then transfer to one of our universities, that's a very common option. And then we do have a lot of specific major focus and specific technical focused universities in the Southwest. So one of which is Embry-Riddle, that's located in Prescott, Arizona. If you want to become a pilot or even any aerospace related aeronautical related majors, that would be great for you. Platt College, digital and media focus, and then School of Mining, and that's in Colorado. Obviously, the industry in the Southwest is very big because of all its open space and because of all its sun, all the clear skies. We do have a really thriving solar and energy industry. There's a lot of windmills also for all the wind that wind harvesting, and then of course a lot of solar panels. That's big here as well. Mining, I did mention a little bit, but especially in Arizona, we have a lot of turquoise mines, and copper mines are some of the other industries. Mining is a big major that a lot of people come to study. Tourism, I mean, I think that's a given with Las Vegas. Obviously, the tour industry, tourism and hospitality industry is huge. Also, though, a lot of people come to kind of like like I did mention, we are very open, and there are some very famous resorts in this area that are pretty secluded that a lot of people like to come to relax. That's also very common, just resorts spread out throughout the Southwest. And that's why a lot of people come to study tourism in this region. I did mention the Tempe area being an up-and-coming business city. There's a lot of business industries there, one of which would be JP Morgan and PetSmart, Banner Health. Those are big industries based in Arizona. Another big one, Carvana. So this is really a great place to study if you wanted to focus on a career in energy, engineering, mining, solar energy, tourism, and then finance, banking, or any retail as well. I think that's all for me. We can go on to Ying. Go ahead.
Thank you, Hope. Hi, everyone. I hope you can hear me very well. So my name is Ying. I'm working currently as one international outreach counselor at California State University, Northridge. I was an international student because I was born in China. So hopefully today's presentation can give you some good information. And next slide, please. Well, so here is a map. You can see that because Hope mentioned she didn't put a map, but here you can see. I hope you can find at the left side, the orange part is California, right? You can see the palm tree and the film tape, the Golden Bridge. So here is a one fun fact. Although my school, CSUN, is located in LA, but actually right now I'm in San Francisco because I'm attending one CSU roadshow. So like this morning, I just stopped by at a college named De Anza. So it's very interesting. Just want to let you know where I'm at right now. Okay, so California, it's a Western U.S. state, right? And maybe some of you have been here before. Maybe some of you haven't, but it's okay. We have all all of us have seen Hollywood movies, so you know the weather is good, and the food are, the food here is very delicious, which is the big reason why I'm here. And it's a very diverse state, so you can easily meet people from all over the world. And as a result of the diversity, you can see that we have very authentic food, languages, and traditions from other areas across the country and around the globe. Next slide, please. Cool. So there are many reasons why we want to study in California. So earlier we mentioned, right? So I love food, but here are the other big reasons. So first of all, multicultural communities. Like in LA, we have Little Tokyo, Thai Town, Korean Town. So there are so many things you can do. And at many campuses right now, we are really advocate for diversity. We have our AAPI group. We have our Black African American like groups. So there are so many ethnicity groups and clubs you can join. And we hosted the largest percent of international students in the United States. And it's so in California, there are many large cities, right? San Francisco, San Jose, Los Angeles, San Diego, there are Long Beach. There are so many large cities and smaller towns, rural areas with various cost of living. And the CSUs and UCs, we offer thousands of academic programs, also internship and job opportunities. For example, many people are here to study engineering majors. Why? Because Silicon Valley is right here. And many people want to do business because there are so many small and big companies here. And we also have besides Silicon Valley, San Jose, we also have other places for tourism. And San Diego, if you are a seafood lover, San Diego has many small cities that I really like. Look at the data. It's the fifth best U.S. cities for job seekers in LA. So California lifestyle is very different, right? But everyone loves California style because you can wear whatever you want and you can do whatever you want as long as it's legal, right? So there are much of states has mild weather and lots of sunshine year round. Seriously speaking, when I go to cold places, I just put on like 5 layers hoodies. That's how we dress up in the winter. And opportunity to explore dynamic cities, diverse landscapes from beautiful beaches to scenic forests and deserts and the mountains. And we are also not far away from the cities around us. For example, in July, I went to New Mexico, and sometimes during the holiday breaks, we go to Las Vegas because we are pretty close to all the big cities. Next slide, please. Okay, so now let's talk about our higher education in California. So there are 3 big systems. The first one is California Community College. Frankly speaking, I feel many people ignored this option. However, it's very, very common here in the United States. So for example, California Community College is the largest higher education system in the US, and they enroll over 2.1 million students at 115 colleges. They give students certificates, 2-year associate degrees, and they prepare students to go to CSUs, UCs, and other 4-year universities. So why people are doing that? Because usually during the first 2 years, you will study general classes. So you can transfer from a college and you can save money, you can save time. So it's a very common way I recommend you to consider. And the second one is CSU system, which is the system our university belongs to. CSU system is the largest public university system in the United States. We have 23 campuses and there are about 484,000 students. We focus on undergraduate and graduate instruction, practical education, prepares students for careers. And the very famous UC system. I believe if you love rankings and you love to do researches, you have heard about their names very frequently. That's the state's primary academic research institutions and primary awarders of doctoral and professional degrees, and they educate 250,000 undergraduate and graduate students at the 10 campuses. So the very famous UC, I believe you have heard of, they are like UCLA, UC, like UC Irvine. There are so many UC schools as well. Okay, next slide. Because there are 23 campuses, I just want to give you a quick look. So you can see that Northridge, I hope you can find Northridge. It's at the bottom, right? At the bottom is San Diego, and then you look a little bit more, then you can find Northridge. That's our school's location, very close to Hollywood, like Santa Monica Beach. And if you keep looking up, you can see Fresno, San Jose, East Bay, San Francisco, where I'm at right now. I think the flight is only about 1 hour 30 minutes, so it's very easy to travel within California. And generally speaking, we have different admission requirements. Our tuition fee is the same, which is about $16,500 per academic year. But generally speaking, for freshmen, we really need to see your high school information, and for transfer students, we will need to see your grades at colleges. Canadian students, you don't need to worry about the English proficiency or ACT, SAT anymore, because most of us, we don't need that. And next slide. I know it's a big decision because right now, for example, we are taking the fall 2023 applications to think about which school you really want to go to. Here are a few questions I suggest you to think. What you want to do, what you want to study in the future, and how will you fund your studies? Have you talked to your sponsors? What does the employment market look like? And are you ready to solve the potential issues? Study abroad can be a good, a very good thing in your life, and it can also be a hard time, right? You just need to think in advance. Also do some researches, such as the school location, tuition fees, admission requirements, deadline. And think about, does your family support you? Can you take a trip or visit the school in person? Because Canada is not far away. You don't need to get a visa, right? If you love a school in Nevada, love a school in New Mexico or in Canada, try to schedule a trip. And then that's the best way to help you make the final decision. So finally, I will be available at my table. So feel free to come talk to me if you have any questions about CSUN or the other CSU schools. Thank you so much.
You're muted, Stacy, I think.
Hi, Stacy. Unfortunately, we're not able to hear you. So there's an issue with your sound. And yeah, the headphones aren't doing anything. Go ahead and you can give other things a try. Maybe Hope and Ying, since you've seen the slides, you can help Stacy out. So Stacy is going to be promoting the Pacific Northwest. So we can see if she can join us here.
Sure, Stacy, if you need one of us to help you briefly introduce your slides, we can do that, and you can monitor the chat. Okay, so I believe I see her nod her head. Okay, I'll try. If I say anything wrong, okay, don't blame me. Okay, next slide. Well, okay, so now let's travel a little bit further, right? We are going to Oregon. The good news is I've been to Oregon and Seattle before, so I know they have beautiful waterfalls and they have big and small cities, and it's pretty diverse, and they have very good educational opportunities. So basically, Oregon, let's see, Oregon is very close to Seattle, and if you love shopping, Oregon also has tax-free policies and strong industries. If you love green colors, right, those two places can are good options. Like I have friends, they've moved to Oregon and Seattle's during the pandemic. Okay, next slide. Okay, so here are a few big cities. We have Seattle, Portland, and other options. You can see the beautiful pictures here. They have snow on the top of the mountain, and you can do camping, hiking, fishing, many outdoor activities. Yeah, that was a really fun trip. I'm so glad I scheduled the tour because during the pandemic, there is nothing I can do. So that was the last trip I had before the pandemic. So right now, you can see that at the right side, almost 1,300 kilometers of coastline. And they have 14 national parks and 512 state parks, mountains. So if you love outdoor activities and love green colors, because some people they love raining days. When I feel anxious or when I feel like too stressful, I just listen to those raining sounds, right? So if you love that, Oregon and Washington and the schools over there can be good options. Next slide. Okay, so here are some higher education opportunities. For example, they have Oregon State University, Oregon University, University of Idaho, and Washington State University, University of Washington. I believe a few of them are here. You can definitely find their reps over there, and many state liberal arts and private institutions, right? You can take a look, and also community colleges. Actually, in November, I may attend some fairs in Seattle. So it's also a great idea. Maybe you can start from a college in a different state and then transfer to another state to finish your bachelor. That's really fun. So you can study at Portland Community College, Seattle colleges, Shoreline, and Green River colleges. I've been to some of those colleges. They have very good views. Some of them are on the mountains. Some of them, they just have really many green on the campus. Okay, next slide. And industries in over there, right? You can do aviation, agriculture, healthcare, technology, retail, manufacturing, life sciences. Big companies such as Columbia. I bought a jacket over there. T-Mobile, Expedia, Microsoft. Albertsons, that's one of the biggest like supermarkets in the United States, and Amazon, Nike. So there are big companies, and I do believe they have job fairs on campus too. So when you go there or go to other states, right? When you think about, okay, which company I can have the internship, then you can study at the school nearby. Okay, next slide. Okay, so I just gave some brief introduction, but Stacy will be available, so please feel free to stop by at her table. Thank you so much. I hope I didn't talk too much. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Ying, for stepping up. Stacy is available if you have any questions. I'm not sure if there's anything else you want to add, Stacy, in the chat, or Ying, or anything else you want to add about your region that you forgot to add. Do we have a question? Oh, no. Okay, cool. Yeah, Seattle is the second largest tech hub in the U.S. Very cool. I want to add a little bit about the Southwest, Colorado specifically. I forgot to mention that sports are really big in the area, and Colorado does have a U.S. Olympic Training Center. I had the opportunity to visit it one time many years ago, but a lot of students and athletes do come to this area, to Arizona or Colorado, again, to train, not only for the great weather, but also because the elevation. So it is really beneficial for athletes to train in higher elevations because of the thinner air. It allows them to get used to that, and allows them to perform in lower elevations a little better. So that's something else to add about this region and all regions. California has some areas with pretty high elevations as well.
I want to thank our presenters for joining us today and telling us about the diversity of the region. Thank you, everyone who joined us. So now, as we close up, I want to remind you that to go into the booth area and you can have one-on-one conversations with all of these folks that were in the session today, as well as across the region. We have everybody who was mentioned, out of the 21 people, it covers about 15 of the universities. So absolutely get out there and ask questions. That's what we're doing today. And you can also use the DM message function. So you can ask me questions that way if you're not sure what to do next. Thanks so much, everyone, and have a great rest of the event.